Please start on your belly with a blanket underneath your belly button. Take a few slow, gentle breaths in. As you inhale, breathe into your belly and expand it into the blanket.
Notice how your breath is flowing this morning. Is it quite easy? Is it labored? Taking the air in through the nose and letting it out through the nose as well. And a couple more breaths. Beautiful. So just prop up yourself on your elbows and move your blanket or your gorgeous ball up, higher up, so it's underneath your rib cage. If we always only breathe into the belly, especially some of us who do yoga, you know that we get very skillful at breathing into the belly and we forget about the rib cage. So rest your head all the way down again, and we'll take a few breaths here. And this time, we'll try to steer the breath into the rib cage. So those muscles between the ribs, you know, they're helping us to expand those walls of the rib cage and allow for a bigger intake of air. So we want that expansion through the rib cage as well. So slow through the nose, see if you can expand through the rib cage, and the blanket will give you some feedback as to whether you're expanding into it. Check in with your sides. Can you feel the expansion through the sides as well? Exhale and soften your rib cage into the blanket or into your ball. And a couple more times. Inhale, expand. And exhale, soften. Beautiful. So we'll move the blanket or your bolster or your ball off to the side, and you'll rest your forehead on your hands again. We're staying on our belly. So inhale into the belly one more time. See if you can expand it towards the floor now. And as you exhale, can you lift your head up, just your head, and look over your left shoulder. Tuck your chin in slightly so the neck is nice and long, and then slowly bring your head down. And you can keep looking over the left shoulder. Inhale into the belly, and then as you exhale, pressing the pelvis and the legs down into the floor, lift your head up and look over the left shoulder. Keep tucking the chin in slightly so the back of your neck is nice and long. Notice how you feel that activation all the way down to in between your shoulder blades, and then slowly down. And one more time on this side. Inhale into the belly, and as you exhale, driving the pelvis and the legs into the floor as you're raising your head up and look over the left shoulder. Lovely. And then bring your head down. And now let's look over to the right, and we'll do 3 lift offs on this side as well. So inhale into the belly. As you exhale, slowly lifting your head up, looking over the right shoulder, see how this side is doing. And then release it down. Go with your own breath. You don't have to really follow the pace that I'm giving you. See what feels natural for you. Make sure you inhale first, you expand the belly, and as you exhale, that's when you lift off and you look over your shoulder and then down. And one more time, inhale up. As you exhale, bring your head up. Beautiful, and release down. Your palms are facing down, and your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. So see if you can collapse your chest towards the floor. Inhale into the belly, and as you exhale, you push through the forearms, and you grow a nice long neck, and you widen the space between the shoulder blades. And then inhale, and release down again. And then as you exhale, you push through the forearms, and you widen the space between the shoulder blades. And inhale, release. Exhale, push. Widen the space between the shoulder blades. Have your legs together. And tuck your chin in. And then draw a semicircle on your chest with your chin while pressing down through the forearms. Nice and slow. And then see if you can go for a tiny little circle. So you're drawing a circle with your chin while pressing down through your forearms. Keep lengthening the back of your neck. So go twice in one direction and then slowly go in the opposite direction. Tucking the chin in, looking over the left shoulder, forward. Keep lengthening through the back of your neck, over the right shoulder down, and then release your chest down and rest your forehead on your hands. We'll be doing those arm raises and rotation that we did last time, but now we're adding a little bit of a challenge by bringing some obstacles in the way. And you can find your weight or your therapy balls if you don't have a weight, or your water bottle. And then you'll rest yourself on your belly again. So the books will be to your left. You inhale into your belly. And as you exhale, you'll lift your arm up. You clear your obstacle. You take your arm all the way out to the side. You clear your second obstacle. You rotate your arm. So the palm is up towards the ceiling, and then you fold your elbow and you bring it back behind your lower back. And then you take your arm out to the side, you rotate, you make sure you clear your books. You bring the arm back to the front, and then you release. So let's do 2 more of these. Inhale into the belly. And as you exhale, you lift your arm up with your bottle or your soft weight. Clear your books out to the side, rotate the arm, fold it, and then take it out to the side, back to the front, and bring it down. One more time. Inhale into the belly. As you exhale, lift the arm up, out to the side, rotate, folding the elbow, bringing the back of your hand towards your lower back. Try not to touch it. Then out to the side, to the front, and release it down. Take a moment here. If you're using your obstacle, come up onto the elbows and shift them over to the other side. Decide how tall that tower needs to be. If you're using, say, yoga blocks, it can be quite tall. See if you can clear a taller obstacle. Okay, so holding onto your weight, release your forehead down. You inhale into your belly. As you exhale, you lift the left arm out to the side, clear your objects, fold the elbow, bring the back of your left hand to the small of your back, and then reach it out to the side, back to the front, and down. I'm lifting my head up just so you can hear me, but you can keep your forehead down on your hand. Inhale into the belly. As you exhale, lift the arm up. Try to clear your object out to the side, rotate so the palm of your hand is facing up towards the ceiling first. So you're in internal rotation, then fold your elbow, the palm is still facing up, out to the side, back to the front, down. One last time. Inhale into your belly. As you exhale, press the pelvis down, lift your arm up, out to the side, rotate, fold the elbow. Beautiful. Out to the side, back to the front, and release it down. Put your weight down, rest your forehead on your hands. Take a moment here. So you're still on your belly. Point your toes, bring your heels together. Now see if you can pull the toes in on your left foot. Keep your knee on the floor, and then point again. And then pull the toes in, and then point. See how much work needs to happen in the ankle. to pull the toes as close to the knee as possible, and then point. So we're gonna add something else. You're gonna pull the toes in. Now you'll try to take the toes out to the side, away from the midline, and then bring them back in, and then point again. And then pull the toes in, out to the side, back to the midline, and then point. Pull the toes in, out to the side, back to midline, and then point. Take a moment here. If you feel some strain in your lower back, engage your glutes and press your pelvis down so you're avoiding that back bend. Okay, we're moving over onto the, you stay there and just rotating so you can see my other side. So point the toes, heels are looking up, ankles together. Now pull the toes in and then point. And then pull them in again. Keep your knee on the ground and point. Nice and slow, keep your knee on the ground and then pull and point. Beautiful. One more time, we pull in, keep the knee on the ground, take the foot out to the side like you're drawing a line with your toes out away from the midline. Bring it back and then point. One more time, pull in, out to the side, back, point. Last time, in, out to the side, back to the front, and point. And rest your forehead on your hands. Take a moment there. Breathing into your belly. Now let's come up onto the elbows and press yourself up. And then go over onto your right side. See if you can line your body up with the long end of your mat. So our knees, our hips, and our elbows, and our shoulders are roughly on the same line. And I want you to come up onto your right elbow, like this. Your shoulder is right over the elbow. And then see if you can slowly release the shoulder blade, your right shoulder blade, up towards your ear. And you're sort of collapsing into your right shoulder. And then push through the forearm. Feel the shoulder blade move. Nothing changes in your spine. It's just the shoulder blade that pushed us up higher away from the floor. And then slowly, slowly, slowly release down. And then push and come up again. Beautiful, slowly. Notice how you can go slowly. You have control over this descending movement while your shoulder blade is lifting up on your rib cage. And then one more time, push. Pressing through the forearm. And then slowly, slowly bring yourself down. Very nice. So now go all the way down. Fold your right arm so it acts like a pillow under the back of the side of your head. So now we'll reach the left arm up, make a fist. Start rotating the arm, your left arm, and think of the root of your left arm as though it's an ice cream scoop, and your left shoulder blade is an ice cream bowl, and you're scooping that ice cream. So initiate from the root of your arm. Try to bring your awareness deep into the shoulder joint and find some rotation there. Rotate in and out. See how far you can go without moving your left shoulder blade, rotating. And then start exploring different angles here. So maybe reach your left arm slightly back behind you, but keep rotating in and out. Keep the shoulder blade still on your rib cage. Notice how different lines of stretch feel. Make sure you're clenching your fist so it's nice and tight. Engaging the arm here. Now bring your arm behind you. Rotate it all the way in. Now reach it back behind you as far as it would go. Then rotate, open the armpit out towards the sky. Bring the arm up and over your head and back to the front. So one circle And then we're going to do it again. So reach the arm back behind you, rotate it all the way in. Try to keep the shoulder blades still. Reach back, then rotate up and over. Beautiful. Keep your rib cage nice and still. Tuck your ribs into your belly so you're not going to the back bend. And then reach back behind you again in internal rotation. Straighten your elbow if you can, nice and slow. Opening the armpit up and over. And back to the front. Beautiful. Now rest your left hand in front of you. Take a moment here. And I'll hold onto your right ear with your left hand, sort of hugging your head. Yeah, over the left side of your head like this. Keep your knees together. I'm going to shrink the left side of the body by lifting the heel and the elbow towards one another. And then bring everything down. Inhale. As you exhale, you lift the elbow in towards the heel, and then you bring it down. One more time, shrinking the left side of the body. Inhale. As you exhale, lift up, and then bring your head down. Lovely. So now let's try releasing the head all the way down to the floor. Make a fist with your left hand again and reach the fist towards your heels. Then slowly lift your head up so your neck becomes as a continuation of your spine. Same line, tuck your chin in, and then slowly release your head down while reaching your left fist towards your heel. And then slowly bring your head up, stretching the side of the neck. And slowly down, reach the fist away from the ear. And one last time up. Ribs are tucked in, and then down. Beautiful. Now fingertips on the floor. Push yourself up into seated. And we'll go over to the other side. So lining yourself up with the long edge of your mat. We're going to come up onto the left elbow first. Tuck your ribs in. Remember that kinder egg, right? We're keeping the ribs in. We're not going to the back bend here. The elbow is right underneath the shoulder. See if the elbow has moved away a little bit. Nice and slow. Palm is down into the floor. See if you can slowly release that shoulder blade. So it moves up, slides up towards your left ear, and then you push. Beautiful. And slowly graduate this effort. Nice and slow descent. See how high the shoulder blade moved, and then slowly push. And one more time. Release down, nice and slow. And then push. Beautiful. And then slowly all the way down. Onto your elbow. Reach the left arm up now. Make a tight fist. Start rotating. Ribs in. Tight fist. The tighter the fist is, make sure you're holding into your pointer as well. So when the pointer is released, you don't get as much of a stretch through the forearm. So keep your pointer in, rotating at the root of the arm. Trying to keep the shoulder blade still, almost like corkscrewing the root of your arm into the shoulder blade without moving your torso or your hips. And then start exploring different angles. Reach your arm slightly back behind you. See if you can relax your neck and your jaw. Keep rotating. Keep reaching it back. Now let's reach it down so it lines up with the right side of your body. Rotate it all the way in, and then reach your arm back. Make sure you're not moving your rib cage. And rotating the arm, opening the armpit up towards the sky. Take it up and over your head and to the front. And then rotate the arm in as you move it back again. Keep your ribs tucked into the belly, reach back as far as you can. Then opening the armpit up towards the sky. Bring it over your head, back to the front. And one last time, rotate in, reach back, all the way back, rotate. Keep your fist tight, keep your pointer in your fist, and back to the front. Beautiful, nice. So we're gonna hug our head. So your right fingertips are touching your left ear. Keep your knees together, make sure the knees, hips, and shoulders are on the same line. Inhale, and as you exhale, you lift your right heel and your right elbow towards one another, and notice right away if the ribs want to pop open. And then bring it down. And inhale, and as you exhale, lift up, heel to the elbow. Feel how the right side is shrinking, and then slowly down, waking up the side body, very important. Inhale, exhale, lift the heel and the elbow towards one another. Nice and short on the right side, and then slowly exhale down. Beautiful, and then roll over into your belly. Take a few breaths into your belly here. And then find an upright seated position. Maybe use your blanket underneath your sit bones. We'll warm up your wrists before we go onto our hands and knees. So find one of your therapy balls. Find your belt or your tea towel. We're gonna hold the ball in our hand. You're gonna loop your belt over your wrist. Squeeze the ball. Flex and extend a few times. We're creating this resistance in order to isolate the movement right into the wrist. The forearm tends to be quite mobile, but the wrist gets really, really tight. So we want to keep the forearm still while moving at the wrist. This is a part of the FRC articular rotations techniques. Works really well for mobilizing the joints when we are able to isolate the movement right into the joint. Go side to side, still creating some tension through your belt. Keep squeezing the ball, and then go for a circle. Switch the direction. Go the opposite way. Make sure when you extend the wrist, you're still holding onto your ball. Beautiful. Now let it go, shake it out. So hold onto the same hand and pull the skin on the back of your hand towards your forearm. So you're digging the fingers in and you're pulling the skin. And then pull the skin, create some tension through the back of your hand, hold right over the wrist, make a fist, and then flex the wrist. And you'll feel a nice stretch through the back of your hand. Beautiful, and then let go, shake it out. Let's go to the other side. So grab the ball into your other hand, loop the belt or your tea towel. Hold it nice and tight. The forearm is parallel to the floor. Let's flex and extend a few times. Make sure the forearm stays parallel to the floor, right? So we're not flexing the elbow. We're flexing at the wrist while creating some tension. Now let's go side to side. Nice and slow, explore the end range. Pretend you're moving through honey. So nice and slow, you're creating resistance here. And then go for a circle in one direction, and in the opposite direction. Beautiful, let go. You know, hopefully you feel work all the way up into your shoulders when you're doing this, and I can tell that some of you definitely are. Okay, so put the ball off to the side, start pulling the skin on the back of your hand. So feel how the skin can actually move. Find that glide. And then pull the skin, create some tension. Hold right over the wrist while still creating that tension through the skin. Make a fist, pull in. Oh, yeah. Let go, shake it out. So now fold your fingers in, and then with your thumbs hold onto your pointer like this. So tight fist, hold onto the pointer, then see if you can connect the backs of your hands, pointing your fist down. Hold onto your pointers, and then see if you can lower your elbows down, but keep contact between the backs of your hands. Yeah, very nice stretch. Beautiful. Shake it out. Find your belt one more time, and we'll reach the arms forward, holding onto your belt or your tea towel. I'll turn sideways so you can see me a little bit better. So you're staying on your blanket, or you can sit over your heels like I'm doing here, or whatever feels good for you. You can even sit up on your stool. So the point here is to keep the ribs in, right? So keep the ribs in and see if you can reach your arms forward by widening the space between the shoulder blades. And then pull your arms back, and that will shrink that space between your shoulder blades. Reach forward, pull back. Ribs are staying in, and it's the shoulder blades that are moving forward, pull back. Forward, pull back. Keep pulling on your strap as well, so you're active through the arm. One more time, pull forward, pull back. And let's try a circle now. So you pull forward, you shrug the shoulders up to your ears, pull on your strap, squeeze the shoulders together, and then bring them down. Quite challenging. Reach forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, and down. And release your arms down. Ooh, a lot of work. Loop the belt over the back of your head, and we'll do that tea towel stretch we tried last time. So you're pulling on the edges of your strap while pressing the back of your head into the strap. And see how the ribs want to come up here, so keep them down. Create some resistance between the back of your head and the strap. Tuck the chin in. Take 3 breaths here. Beautiful. And then slowly release. Put the belt off to the side. Make your way onto your hands and knees. So hands and knees. Press the floor away through your hands. We've warmed up the wrists, so you can use the wrists now. Take 3 breaths right into your belly and see if you can allow the abdomen to release towards the floor. Pushing the floor actively away through your hands, but releasing your belly towards the floor. On the inhale and on the exhale, gently hugging the belly in. On the exhale. Inhale, release the belly towards the floor. Exhale, gently hug it back in. One more time. Inhale, release. And exhale, hug it in. Beautiful. So tuck your toes in. Press through your hands into the floor. And then see if you can lift your knees off the ground 2 inches. And then bring them down. Inhale into the belly. Release the belly towards the floor. Pushing through the hands. As you exhale, lift the knees 2 inches off the floor. Keep pushing the floor away. And then slowly down. One last time, inhale. Belly releases towards the floor. The spine doesn't move. Exhale, gently hugging the belly in. Push through the hands. Lift your knees off the floor. And then slowly down. Beautiful. Keep pressing your hands into the floor. Now try releasing the chest towards the ground without moving your spine. Exhale, push. Inhale, chest towards the ground. The spine doesn't move. Your ribs are tucked into the belly. Exhale, push. If you want to make it challenging, more challenging, you can have your knees off the floor here and do the same move with your knees off the floor. Inhale, chest towards the floor. Exhale, push, widen the space between the shoulder blades. One more time, inhale, shoulder blades squeeze together. Exhale, push. Beautiful, knees down on the floor. Make your way down onto your forehead, forearms, onto your belly. And rest your forehead down. Spend some time here, breathing into your belly. Maybe gently swaying your hips side to side. You can have your ball, your portage ball under your belly or your blanket. See if you can settle into your breath. Relax the jaw and spend a few minutes gently and non-judgmentally observing your breath here. Can you stay with your breath for a few minutes? Keep your attention right in the sensation of air coming in through your nose and gently coming out through your nose.